Does AirRack fake videos? This question triggers me because of the lengths that we go to make sure that videos are not faked, unscripted, completely real. We'll like reshoot entire videos.
He has been caught faking his videos.
But he did dox somebody.
His editors just turned this section on the map upside down and then photoshopped the forest on top of it.
It's obviously fake, so why isn't your channel been deleted?
This proves he faked some of his content.
You can count on me to not fake videos, unlike almost every other creator on the platform.
AirRack is someone who just a year ago was averaging over 10 to 20 million views a video, to now getting around 2 to 4 million views at best, with the only exception is a video with him and Mr. Beast.
Why are his views dropping?
Is it because people just don't want to watch him as much anymore? A lot of people thought he would be the next Mr. Beast with how big his channel was growing from 2022 to 2023. But on December 17th, 2023, a YouTuber known as Soggy Cereal, you probably have heard of him from his Dogpack 404 Exposed video he made, disproving a lot of blatant lies in Dogpack's Mr. Beast Exposed video.
I trust those investigative creators 10,000 times more than I do Dawson. Instead of having competent people investigate serious accusations, he's just been throwing baseless shit at the wall and hoping some stuff sticks with the audience. He is incompetent, petty, a liar, deceptive, and after all this, I just know that he is a disgruntled employee.
He went on to prove that AirRack was not only faking videos, but also faking charitable donations to straight up doxing a private pilot to his millions of viewers. And with all of that in mind, it's pretty obvious that we can start seeing why over the last year, AirRack's views have declined so dramatically, when really his content is still the same quality he had when his views were insane. I mean, his views were so crazy at one point, everyone thought he was going to be the next Mr. Beast. But all of that would crumble down because in a video posted in 2021 titled "I Survived 24 Hours on Ice," AirRack would be exposed for faking helping out a town called the Angles with a population of 17 people, where because of the horrible weather and COVID restrictions, they had no easy way for goods to be transported into the town, and AirRack said this in his video.
Isolated from the rest of the world is a small place in Minnesota called the Angle. Parkour, here we go. Due to COVID restrictions in Canada, the Angle has turned into an island where nobody can come in and nobody can leave. Now they've lost over $10 million worth of normal tourist money. So our goal is to somehow get to the Angle and spend the most amount of money. Empty my bank account type of money. I mean, just shower them in cash, dude. All 17 of them. Now, the only way to the Angle is a small ice road across a frozen lake. So in this episode, we'll be crossing the most dangerous ice road in the US.
A great video idea if it hadn't turned out to be completely fake. See, at first, they act like they try to make these bikes that they are going to use to get to the Angles. But obviously, that's not going to work, so it was just a waste of time of a video. But in part 2 of the series, they get into contact with a private pilot, but the pilot has some conditions.
Good news is that we found a plane, and he can pick you guys up tomorrow.
So out of the 17 people that live at the Angle, one of them is a pilot, and he's able to find an airplane for us. Only problem...
Bad news is he's gonna require at least $3,500, and there's about a 50-50 chance you guys will be able to land on the runway because of the ice.
So regardless, I have to pay him the $3,500.
After all the conditions were heard, AirRack, although he did blur out the pilot's face, he decided to use his real government name. And since there is only a few pilots that fly around the Angles, he basically just doxed the pilot. And not only that, used fake dub recordings to make the pilot look incompetent.
Luke's like embarrassed because he's trying to start the plane. Yeah. He's like talking up all this game about how sick he is at flying planes. Tries to start it, doesn't start.
Well, why don't you start? God damn it.
This pilot guy has chosen to stay completely anonymous because this whole flying into the Angle thing is in the gray area of what's legal.
You wouldn't be able to put him in the video.
He wants us to blur his face.
Right.
To hide his identity, we agreed to call him in this entire video. Have fun blurring his face in the entire video, buddy.
I'm not going to leak the name of the pilot, I'm gonna censor it out of respect for him, but you can still find it in AirRack's video. I mean, they chant it over and over again. completely doxing the guy, because when you know that there are only a handful of private pilots in that exact area, then, well, leaking his name is like showing his pilot's license on screen. So much so that to prove a point, I just googled the name of the pilot with the location that they filmed this entire video in, which I'll go into more later on, and I instantly found the pilot.
But I think the most ironic thing is in a video where he answers the most Google searched questions about him, one of the questions is if he fakes his videos, and he had this to say.
Does AirRack fake videos? This question triggers me because of the lengths that we go to make sure that videos are not faked, unscripted, completely real. We'll like reshoot entire videos. We have people living in separate houses so that information isn't shared between myself and my friends. Like, we go so far to make sure that videos are not fake, so no. You can count on me to not fake videos, unlike almost every other creator on the platform. I feel like I just started 100 beefs. Not sorry about it.
And the worst part about everything is that he did not actually go to the Angles. He went to a fancy resort 40 miles away from the Angles, where he would take all his friends to have a good time in disguise of doing it to help a community.
That's what, when going through online pictures of the Sportsman Lodge Resort in Baudette, you can see that their cabins have the exact same interior design, bed sheets, windows, benches, fireplace, and wood as the cabins AirRack lies about renting in the Angle. Actually, everything he shows from now on is just part of this luxurious vacation resort 200,000 feet away from the Angle. Such a coincidence that this exact shot of the Angle swimming pool perfectly lines up with this shot of the swimming pool in the Sportsman Lodge Resort in Baudette.
And with all of that in mind, it's pretty easy to understand why AirRack deserves the massive downfall he has had. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and peace.